Monk and Mouse. There was an ancient temple of Lord Shiva in the city called Mahallaropia of South India. The responsibility of taking care of the temple, worship recitation and all other works was of a responsible person, who was located in a room located in the courtyard of the same temple. The path of the sage begins at dawn, when he takes a bath and performs arti in the temple and then goes out to the village to beg for alms. The people of the village were very fond of the monk, so they believed in alms more than their capacity. The monk prepares food for himself from the grains received in alms, some gives greenery to the temple working Anjala and the rest is preserved in a vessel. A mouse also used to live in the courtyard of the same temple. He comes to the hermit's chamber every night and steals some grains from the grains in the pots. When the sage comes to know about the mouse's handiwork, he hangs the vessel at a high place, but even after this the rat somehow reached. Such was the power that he was so glued that the documents were easily accessible. So, the sage started carrying a stick with him to curse the mouse. Whenever the rat tries to get near the vessel, he tries to make it violent by hitting it with a stick. However, in spite of several attempts, given the opportunity, the mouse would choose only a few characters. One day a monk came to visit the temple. They went to meet the monk in his chat room. The monk welcomed him and both started doing citrus. But, the sadhu's full attention was not in the words of the ascetic. He held the stick in his hand and he started stuttering again and again. Seeing the disinterested attitude of the moneylender towards his words, the monk got angry and said, "It seems that there was no satisfaction from my arrival. I forgot who I came to meet today. Now I will never come here again." Seeing the anger of the sannyasi, Saka Kshama, Kshama Guruvar Kshama, I have been troubled for many days by a rat, which steals the grains brought by me in alms every day. Hanging the grain container at a high place, I keep tapping the ground with a stick, so that the rat does not come here out of fear. He steals food from some kind of vessel. Because of that rat, I could not pay full attention to you. Excuse me. The ascetic monk understood the error and said, "Surely that rat is powerful, that's why it steals so many macros by forging them. The secret behind his power has to be found out." "The secret of power?" said the monk. "Yes, that mouse must have taken some food. That is the reason for its certainty. That is why he is afraid and feels power and is able to jump so high." Sages and sannyasis will come to the conclusion that somehow the bill of the tite will reach the office and its grain store. Next morning both of them decided to chase the mouse. In the morning both chased the mouse and reached the entrance of their burrow. The monk said to the monk, "Dig up this bill." The monk called some things. Then at that time when the mouse was not in the burrow was torn open. The excavation found a huge store of grain, which was stolen by the rats. At the behest of the hermit, the monk got all that grain removed from there. Unfortunately, when the rat returned to its hole, it was sad to see all the grains in ruins. He was all convinced. For a few days he did not steal grains from the hermit's vessel. Assuming, how long does he remain hungry? One day, gathering his faith, he jumped on the platform and started swinging to reach the grain container hanging on the ceiling. His power had waned. He could not reach the character even after stopping several times. Seeing the opportunity, the monk fought fiercely with his stick. The rat somehow saved its life and ran away from there in an injured state. After that he never went to the temple nor went to the monk's chat room. Resourceful individuals have high self-confidence and self-confidence because of their resources. Indifference, lack of need erodes their self-confidence and they hold on. In this situation it becomes easy to gain control over them and